3 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League, an academy reformed to still produce talents. European clubs fight over their signatures. That was just one chapter, and it happened at Chelsea, under the radar, run by a man most fans could hardly pick out from a crowd. Then he moved to AS Monaco and did it again on a smaller stage. And when Saudi Arabia decided to rebuild an entire football league from the ground up, not a club, an entire league, they didn't call a famous coach. They called him. His name is Michael Emenalo, a Nigerian executive who has spent 2 decades quietly running the machinery behind 3 different football powers. This is the story of what he did that rebuilt Chelsea, AS Monaco, and the Saudi Pro League. Michael Emenalo was born on the 4th of July, 1965 in Aba, Abia State, Nigeria. His playing career was modest. A disciplined left back, capped for Nigeria at the 1994 World Cup. He played in the United States, Germany, Israel, and briefly in England at Notts County before injury cut short his career. In October 2007, Chelsea manager Avram Grant, who had known him as a player at Maccabi Tel Aviv, brought him in as head of opposition scouting. No fanfare, just a job title most fans would never learn. For 3 years, he worked in the background, reading opponents, building trusts with agents, and quietly becoming the person inside Chelsea who saw talent before anyone else. In November 2010, he was promoted to first-team assistant coach under Carlo Ancelotti. 8 months later, July 2011, he was named technical director of Chelsea Football Club. From chief scout to the top of the football department in under 4 years. Let's be exact about what he inherited. Chelsea already carried a league title from 1955, FA Cups, and the European Cup Winners' Cup. Decades before even Roman Abramovich bought the club in 2003. Under Abramovich, Chelsea were already champions of England in 2005 and 2006, years before Michael Emenalo held any technical power. He wasn't inventing Chelsea's ambition. He was walking into a giant football club and making its engine run even smarter. Across 10 years at Chelsea, 4 as chief scout and assistant coach, 6 as technical director, the club won 3 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cups and a League Cup, a Europa League title, and in Munich, the Champions League. He restructured the academy pipeline that produced a generation of players now scattered across Europe's biggest clubs. He backed scouting reports other clubs would ignore, including the pursuit of N'Golo Kanté, who anchored Chelsea's 2016 and 2017 title-winning midfield, and later the Champions League. While other clubs were still asking who plays in Belgium, Emenalo's scouts were already there. He would later describe the moment he brought the reports to his manager. He had flagged a cluster of teenage talent coming out of one small footballing nation: Hazard, Kevin De Bruyne, Lukaku, Thibaut Courtois, and Vertonghen. The room laughed. Nobody was taking Belgian football seriously at the time. He didn't blink. His answer became the line that defined his entire scouting philosophy. I don't look at passports. Talent was talent wherever it was hiding. I would go and find it. Chelsea moved on those reports. Eden Hazard arrived and became a club legend, a Premier League player of the season, a title-winning talisman, one of the greatest players to wear the shirt of Chelsea Football Club. Thibaut Courtois arrived and became one of the finest goalkeepers of his generation. Both were Emenalo signing. Both delivered exactly what the scouting report had promised. But not every name stayed. Kevin De Bruyne left for Wolfsburg, then Manchester City, and became arguably one of the finest midfielders of his era. Romelu Lukaku left for Everton, then Manchester United, and became one of Europe's most feared strikers. Mohamed Salah left for Roma, then Liverpool, and became a Premier League legend in a different shirt entirely. Michael Emenalo was right. Here is the critical factor that separates a good scout from a great one. Emenalo never hid from those departures. He later said it plainly. Losing Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, and Mo Salah before they were ready is what forced Chelsea to rethink how it developed players between the ages of 19 and 22. Rather than rushing them or letting them go too soon, he turned the club's biggest missed opportunities into a blueprint for its next generation, building an academy, 4 future world-class superstars identified by an Igbo man before anyone else believed in them. 2 lifted trophies in Chelsea blue. 2 became legends elsewhere. All 4 proved the same thing. The eye that found them was never wrong. Only the timing sometimes was. In November 2017, after a decade at the club, he walked away, telling Chelsea fans he needed time with his family after many demanding years. Soon, AS Monaco announced him as their sporting director. Clubs across Europe wanted what was in his head, what he did at Chelsea, not just his address book. He spent 2 years in that role, ending in 2019, working in a different league, a different nation, a different language, and a different football culture. 4 years later, in July 2023, he took the biggest job of his career, the Saudi Pro League's first ever director of football. Not a team this time, an entire competition being reshaped from the ground up around a wave of global superstars. He ran the league's player acquisition center of excellence, coordinating recruitment strategy at a national scale, and pushed publicly against the idea that this was just a spending spree, insisting on a squad mapping, youth pathway, and long-term sustainability for the Saudi Pro League. In June 2026, after 3 years in the role, Emenalo stepped down. He was quoted in an interview as saying that what struck him the most on arrival was the sheer audacity of the ambition, and that building lasting standards for the league's growth was the achievement he was most proud of. He left, in his own words, when the league was on a strong footing. Chelsea, AS Monaco, Saudi Arabia, 3 football cultures, 3 languages, 3 completely different challenges, and 1 Nigerian executive who quietly ran the machinery behind all of them. He never took a penalty. He never lifted a trophy as a player. What he built instead was judgment, the discipline to see what others missed, the patience to prove it over and over again, one stage after the other, for 2 decades, from Aba to Stamford Bridge, to AS Monaco, to Riyadh. That's not a lucky run, that's a pattern, and it has a name. It is called Igbo Excellence. If you enjoyed watching this beautiful documentary about the phenomenal achievements an extraordinary talent of Michael Emenalo, an Igbo son from Abia State, Nigeria. Kindly hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed watching this video, please look through our channel. You will find so many other interesting videos you can binge on. Please stream them and share them with your audiences. Thanks for supporting Enuani Cultural Forum. My name once again is Prince Onwadenem Ngozi Chukwuka Fortune, and I will see you in my subsequent videos. Bye bye.